Hello.
Morning, Harry.
How are you?
I'm the first one here.
You what?
I'm the first person here, huh?
The first person, yeah, great.
I'm not ready.
And they're all here. They're all shy. And I got the smoke first, then they come up.
Yeah, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
Sound. I'll just send a quick text and then that's it. I'm switched off.
Yeah, no problem, mate. Go for it. No stress. Can you hear me all right?
Perfectly, yeah, perfect.
Cool. Can you understand me?
I can indeed.
Good. Good.
We have the subtitles on, David. You're all right.
Oh, good.
You can see that all right,
Right? Those things.
Not my front and centre.
Oh, yeah. Don't take the whole course.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm like, can you see me?
You can't see you, see me.
Yeah, you can see me.
So I got to be honest, I lost my glasses this morning running for the bus. So I can't fucking see anything. It's like, yeah.
That's all right.
All right. Are you lot going to be all right if I swear?
No problem.
We're well used to it.
Are you all right if we swear?
Please do. Please do. Please do. Right. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Here. I'll get the rest of them there, yeah.
This one? You want the last one this?
Huh?
You want the last one this?
No.
Right. What's the time?
We're just waiting for a few more. They're coming in now.
That's all right. That's all right. What time were you told it would start today?
9:30.
Okay, cool. All right. So let's start.
Okay. Yeah.
My name's David, and I lost my glasses running for the bus, so I can't really see this morning. But I'm really excited to be here and to meet you all. I'm really looking forward to this training. Yep.
Yeah.
And we start when we start, and people can arrive when they arrive. And the important thing about being a coach is to be there when you say you're going to be there. Yeah? And it doesn't matter where anyone else is, they come when they come. So as a coach, we need to be okay with the chaos that goes with addiction. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if people don't arrive at the time that was agreed, that's completely okay. We just roll with the punches. Yeah.
Yeah.
So welcome everyone. Welcome. It's good to see you all. How many people are in the room there now?
6.
Few more.
And yeah, and I think Faye's joining us as well. Is Faye here? Yes.
She'll be in at 10.
So she's coming at 10. Okay. All right. So I think we're starting off with 8 of you this morning.
One is coming in.
Ian and where's
Paul.
Paul.
I don't know where Paul is. Ian had to bring his little kids to school, so he's always going to be after 9:30.
That's all right. Yeah. That's good. All right. So I'm going to be with you guys for about 20 weeks. It might be a bit longer because you've got some other activities in between. But to get certified, you need to attend 20 of these classes, which is going to give you 40 hours of theory. Yeah. and practice. But while we're in this container, we're going through the process. Yep. So the process is what happens to us as individuals as we get this knowledge and to see how we change. Yeah. So I just want to check everyone's here for the right training. Yep. So this is the erectile dysfunction class. Is that correct?
Perfect. The right place.
Okay, no. So so this is a recovery coaching training, yeah? And are we allowed to have fun?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Yep. Are we allowed to swear?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, thank God for that. All right. and because I want to feel as relaxed as possible in giving this training. Yeah. And I don't know about you, but I had a fucking terrible time at school. I was ADD, well, I still am, dyslexic. My learning style was very different from the way school taught me. So already when it goes into a classroom, I already have an anxiety like, oh, fuck, I'm going to get things wrong. I'm going to be sent to the back of the classroom. I'm going to get kicked out. I'm going to be caned or whatever. I've got a whole lot of kind of institutional trauma that lives with me. Yeah? Okay. So I want to feel as relaxed as possible. I want to learn from you. So you're the teachers, I'm the pupil. So I'm learning about you guys in Sankalpa, and I continue to learn. And yeah. So can I get it wrong?
No.
I'm not allowed to get it wrong.
Yeah, you will.
You are.
Yeah, but
Yeah. Okay, please let me get it wrong. So if I get it wrong, just let me know and then I'll apologize. Yep. So if I swear or say something that's offensive, please let me know and I'll try and adjust. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So I think the term is I'm a blow-in. Yeah? It's like, who the fuck am I as an outsider to come into you and your community to tell you how to be with lived experience? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm from fucking South Africa. What do I know about Sankalpa? Yeah. So I'm really here to learn. Yeah. And but there are some principles that we work with. The class starts when it starts. So we've said 9:30. Yeah. But when you guys come, you come. You arrive when you arrive. Okay. We're here to learn about recovery coaching and how to turn your lived experience into a professional asset that improves treatment outcomes, which reduces the cost on statutory services and like the NHS and the criminal justice system, and to improve treatment outcomes for the betterment of the community and everyone around. Does that make sense?
yeah.
Yeah.
Do we all agree with that?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, cool. All right. So let's start with a check-in. We'll build the container, we'll build the learning environment. And a container is we just check in to build the container where we're going to learn shit from each other. Yeah? All right. So we check in with our name and a feeling. Yeah. So I'm David. I'm checking in anxious. And I'm very pleased to be here. And I'll tag the lady with the yellow top on.
Yeah. Hello.
Hello.
Hi. My name is Megan, and I'm excited.
Megan.
Yeah.
I will forget that, Megan. It's not personal, but I'm just terrible with names.
That's okay.
All right. So we'll go to your right, I think, Megan.
How are you, David? I'm Gary, and I'm also excited.
Good. Hello, Gary. Great. Okay. Who's next to you?
I'm Stephen. I'm a little tired this morning, but I'm all good.
Tired. Stephen and tired. Okay. Who's next?
I'm Jill, like Jack and Jill, but just Jill. And I'm excited.
Great.
Remember
Going along.
I'm Natasha and I'm excited.
Are you Natasha? Hello, Natasha. Okay, I've got a daughter called Natasha. Great.
You won't forget that one.
I'm Martha, and I'm a little bit nervous, but looking forward to starting the course.
Okay, great. Okay. And is there somebody next to you? I think I can see a knee, but I'm not sure.
They move over.
That's all right. Do you want to check in?
Yeah, my name is Paul, and I suppose I'm feeling hopeful for the course.
Okay, good. All right. So what do you guys want to get out of the training?
knowledge, education, skills.
Yeah.
A job.
Job. Okay. Knowledge, education, skills, a job. All right. What else?
Experience.
Experience. Okay. What kind of experience?
Experience how to approach different aspects of addiction and talking to people that are still in addiction and able to guide them in the right path, like without sort of losing your own head at them. You know what I mean? So this is all new.
All right. So about being able to go out into the world and to build relationship with people that are still in a culture of addiction.
Mm.
And if they want to come into kind of your world, which is a culture of recovery.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right. So what is a culture of recovery?
Well, I don't really know because that's what we're hearing, isn't it? So it's sort of all new as well.
So
Okay.
it's helping people,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, let's work it out together. So what is a culture of recovery? What does the word recovery mean?
Recovering, I suppose, recovering from your old life to get into a new life, because that's what I'm sort of doing for the last 2 years, and every day I learn. You know what I mean? Like it's not as if, you know what I mean, I have it. We're going to be learning for the rest of our life, so that's what
Okay.
that's why I look at it anyway.
And learning how to live without drugs.
Learning how to live without drugs. Okay, so let's just stop there for a second. We'll just put a pause in. This class is being recorded and streamed. Yeah? And first of all, I want your consent for that. I want your permission for that. The reason it's being recorded is to help break the stigma of addiction and mental illness. Yeah, and we want to get as many people as possible to benefit from what recovery's like. But your own personal safety comes first. So this isn't therapy, yep, and it's a classroom, it's a learning environment. But at any time you'd say, listen, I feel too fucking uncomfortable with this. Can you take that off the recording or something? I will delete it. Yeah?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But so do I have your permission to carry on?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. So what I'm doing now is I'm contracting with you. I'm trying to get consent with you. I've set it up that you're the professional. Yep, you're teaching me. I'm the pupil. Yep. So here's the coachee. Here's the coach. Where normally it would be teacher pupil, doctor patient. Therapist client. Yep, it's a very top down approach, and what we're doing here is a bottom up approach. Yep. So I'm here, I'm learning. Yep. And did you say your name? Was it Stephen?
Yeah.
Fuck, I remembered. Oh my God. I should forget my glasses more often, and because I got to listen more. Yeah. So, Stephen, we're talking about what is recovery. Yep. And then you said, well, 2 years ago. Yep.
Yeah.
And where you are now, you're continuing to learn every day and to recover things back.
Yeah.
Yep. I want to know, if I may ask, what was your life like 2 years ago?
Well, I suppose it was bottom of the barrel. Yeah.
Bottom of the barrel. What kind of barrel?
Okay. You can.
Whiskey back.
Yeah. I suppose a dark barrel. You know what I mean? Where life was just, I'd say, life was unmanageable. I had everything. I knew I had everything, and it just substance and drink and drugs just tried to, I suppose, cover everything that I was trying to keep, like work, family. Like I was just under so much pressure that I needed a substance to sort of push the pressure away of all the daily life things. So, you know what I mean?
Okay,
Yeah.
so 2 years ago, you're under so much pressure from work and family and everything. You
Yeah.
found yourself at the bottom of a barrel of drink and drugs.
Yeah.
Yep. And the drink and drugs stopped working.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, is that fair enough? All
Yeah.
right. And since then, I'm going to assume you've stopped the drink and drugs.
Yeah.
Yep. And you've started to recover work and family stuff.
Yeah.
Yep. To recover all that sort of stuff and to improve your life.
Yeah.
Okay,
Exactly.
great. And now you want to help others.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
Fantastic. Okay. I would say that's recovery.
Mhm. Yeah.
What do other people think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah? Who else would like to share what recovery is for them?
Don't be shy.
I'm Megan again.
Hello, Megan, again.
Yeah, so 15 months ago, I didn't have any children. I was addicted to 3 or 4 different substances. So for me now, recovery is in my home. I have my kids back, and it's just doing the next right thing in life, you know? Staying away from criminality and behaviours, you know what I mean? Today, it's not really about the drugs for me, it's about behaviours.
Yeah.
So that's what my recovery means to me now today.
So Megan, when you've shared like that, yeah, and you say you didn't have that your children, that activates me, that triggers me. Because 30 years ago, my kids were taken away and put in foster care because of my crack and heroin use. And the courts came and took away all my rights as a father. And I have such shame and trauma from that. So when you share how your kids were taken away, it's like, oh fuck, that thing comes alive in me, and it makes me want to cry still, and it still hurts. Yeah. So I really want to thank you for bringing that here into the container, because I've spent the last 30 years doing this work to try and get over and recover from that shame. Because as a kid growing up in an alcoholic, violent home, I swore I would never turn out to be like my father,
Yeah.
who was also very unwell. And I turned out worse.
Yeah.
Yep. And I had to face up to the honest fact that I became a fucking fill in the dots, yeah?
Yeah.
And so recovery for me has been about getting back my dignity. Yep. The fact that I'm a decent father, I'm a decent ex-husband, parent. Yep. And that has been a hell of a journey as well.
Yeah.
So I really just want to appreciate you bringing that into the container. And yeah, I just want to honor you for that.
Thank you.
No, thank you. Thank you. Fuck, so we're in it, huh? We're fucking in this shit now. Yeah, this is real, huh? This isn't like in a fucking PowerPoint presentation. This is like fucking bring your heart to the container. Okay. Thank you, Megan.
No problem.
All right. What have we learned so far?
That recovery is possible. Miracles are possible.
Recovery is possible. Great. What have we learned about coaching?
Listen.
To listen. Yeah. Okay. What else?
To be human.
To be human. Wonderful.
Mm.
Wow. Jesus, we've only been going for 20 minutes. We're doing quite well already, yeah? Hey? All right. What else?
You're very like affirming the way you speak back to people, like you're
Positive affirmation.
yeah, like positive affirmations, yeah, but also like relating back to them and sharing like from your side as well. It kind of puts like it would put me at ease if I feel like the other person.
Great. Okay, so you share a bit of yourself to
Yeah.
bring ease into the container.
Yeah.
Okay, yes, I would support that. That's great. What else?
Being open and honest.
Being open and honest. Just fucking put it out there, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah? Cool. Okay. What else? Who hasn't spoken yet?
Me.
All of us. Go on.
Okay. Would you like to say something?
Like about what would you like me to talk about?
Whatever you want. So you just asked the question. Yep, you've just asked, what would you like me to talk about? That's a fantastic question. It's an open question. Yeah. What would you like me to talk about? So if I was to answer that question, I would say, what would be the most helpful thing for you in your recovery? What would be the next step for you?
Well, the next step for me, like I have got a lot back since I've come into recovery, and my story would be very similar to Megan. And like since coming into recovery, like I can be a mother and I can hold down a full-time job. I've never had a full-time job in my life, and like I would have been in and out of prison, and I would have took all the drugs and took them in ways that I thought I would have never took them, to be honest. And I never thought like that I would have got recovery. But now I'm forgetting the question.
What do you want to get
What's the next step for you?
The next step for me is like kind of go help, like even with the job I'm in, I know I'm helping people, but I feel like that that I'm better, that I can be better than that, like sitting in an office 12 hours, even though I'm helping people. But I kind of want to go out into the community and help people, and help women, most importantly, that comes from domestic fight. I'm even getting the shivers in my body.
Bring it, love. Bring it. I want to help women with domestic violence. I want to do more. I want to take it out there.
Yeah, help women with domestic violence, like, and tell them like it's okay, like for what you went through, and there's always like light at the end of it, and there is people there to help you. Because I would have loved someone to be able to help me like that, someone that lived there and went. I'm even getting emotional.
Bring your love. Bring your love.
Someone that lived there and went through all of that. Like I would have loved someone to be there for me and to sit down and listen to me and guide me. That's kind of my little bit of a passion, because I work with women today. I'm shaking.
Right, okay, so what's going on in your body?
It's hitting off something for me like that I went through and I didn't get the help. Like I've been going through this since I'm 18, and like I was in a relationship up until the age of 36 and in addiction and all that, and I didn't get that help, and I wasn't shown that like sort of loving it or anything. I thought it was normal, David. For me, it was normal. And it's what I grew up with since I'm a child, like in the family home. like it's all been all through my life. Like my friends went out with fellas like that, so to me it was normal. I just thought being in a toxic, unhealthy relationship was just the way. But today I know a lot different. It's not like
I missed your name,
Natasha.
Natasha. And you're the one that's like my daughter's name. Okay. All right. Okay. And Natasha, how old are you now?
I'm 39.
39. Okay, great. And you've been in this since you were 18?
Well, a lot younger, 14, but in domestic violence and all since I was 18.
Okay, all right. So it's been a fuck up for a long time, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. And when you're holding down a job and you're a mother, you really want to go and do more in the world. You really want to, okay, cool. So you got a lot of passion, huh? And when that passion comes up, you can feel it in your body, and it's like, fuck, I'm getting like this, and I'm fucking doing.
Thanks.
Yeah. Okay, great. Great. All right. So there's a thing called kokorozashi. Now, kokorozashi is a Japanese word. It means what's your soul's purpose? Yeah. So when that energy starts to come up and you start to go, you'll see it in me. I start to foam at the mouth. I get really excited and passionate. And sometimes I got to curb my enthusiasm, my kokorozashi, because it's too fucking overwhelming for people. They think I've gone psychotic, and then they want to put me on quetiapine and fucking put me in some mood stabilizer or something. Yeah. So just, I love what you're bringing to the container. Thank you so much. Did I answer your question?
Answer my question.
Yeah, your question to me was, what do you want me to say? I think. Hey?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. All right, so we've been going for 25 minutes. In 5 minutes' time, we're going to have some other students come in. Yeah. And the way that we've structured this is the third time we're doing it with Sankalpa. And each time we come back, we're continuously trying to better things. Yeah. So each Thursday, we're going to spend half an hour with just us. Yeah. Then we're going to spend half an hour or an hour, whatever you want, with all of us together. And then you guys are going to spend some time amongst yourselves talking about and coaching each other around what you've learned. Yeah? All right. Does anyone not want to be here? Does anyone think like, oh, fuck, I don't want to be here. I've got to do this training. I'm not up for this shit. Because you don't have to be here.
No, all good.
Yeah? Okay. All right. So your homework this week, yep, is just to get onto the self-study material. Phil will help you, and Dominique will help you with your email address, and all the theory and videos and content is there. Yeah, but read it, don't read it. It doesn't really fucking matter. You will learn this stuff anyway. Yeah. If you just want to click through everything and say you've done it, you can do it. Yeah. We're not worried about that. What we're worried about is, can you show up as a fucking human and be safe with someone, build rapport so they come back? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You're going to be tested on your humanity. Hello, welcome.
Story.
That's all right. Those are nice shorts.
Yeah.
What's your name, mate?
Ian.
Ian. Welcome, Ian.
Right.
Cool.
What's your name?
Sit down and yeah. And we're going to start letting in other people. It's lovely to see you, Ian. Welcome.
Thanks.
And here we have Marcus. Hello, Marcus. Good morning.
Morning.
We've got a whole lot of people here from St. Culper and Dublin. Yeah.
Nice.
Whereabouts in Dublin are you? What?
Finglas.
What's it called?
Finglas.
Finglas. Yeah, okay. And Marcus, I lost my glasses running for the bus today. I fucking can't see anything. I'm like this.
You're saying the right bus to get on, unfortunately.
Okay. All right. All right. So we've gone through the check-in, building the container. Yeah, while we're waiting for everyone else, Marcus, do you want to check in and introduce yourself to our colleagues from St. Culper?
Yeah, sure. Morning, everyone. I'm Marcus. I am a many hats wearer, lived experience strategist, just working locally and with organisations to instill some leadership into our local systems and policies. And David has spurred me on a lot in helping me with my training and just pushing me as a mentor down the right path. So I come along here to top up on all things coaching and leadership. And I'm looking forward to the day. I've got a training course in about half an hour, so I was just coming to be nosy and be here. So if you see me leave, it's not because you said anything.
No problem. Hello, Dominique. It's not Dominique, it's Faye.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you want to check in, love?
I'm checking in good, positive, and I'm glad to be back in the room here doing the recovery coaching. It's felt like a while since I've sat in here.
Great.
I'm glad to be part of it.
Oh, it's fucking great having you being part of this. You see, now more people are coming on. It's getting even smaller.
Yeah.
So, hello,
I'm sitting
Andrew.
Morning. How are we doing?
I'm good. You want to check in, Andrew, and tell everyone where you're from?
Yeah. I'll check it. I'm feeling a bit tired. I've had a busy weekend. But all good. It was a good weekend. And I work for Epic Restart Foundation, who help people recover from gambling harm or rebuild their lives after gambling harm. So yeah, that's nice to meet everybody. It's got a big crowd today.
Big crowd. Morning, Ruth.
Hi, David. How are you?
I'm good. Would you like to check in?
Yeah, I'm checking in all right. Thank you. Grateful to be here. So thank you for inviting me.
Cool. Belly.
Morning, David.
Is that it? Is that your check-in?
No, that's all I've got capacity for. No, I'm checking in as good, but exhausted. It's been a tiring week. Alongside Andrew, I work with Andrew as well as a coach for Epic Restart. So I was on the weekend with David as well, which was really, really good. But it was mentally and physically tiring, and then I've just had a busy week this week as well. But yeah, I'm checking in as good. Thank you.
Cool. Okay, great. So just to catch you up, we've got St. Culper here, which is a lived experience organisation in Dublin.
Hello, everyone.
And this is our third cohort with them. Yeah, this is our third round of coaching. And Faye, if you'd like to introduce St. Culper and what they do here, and just to orientate the rest of the container around this. And you can tell by Faye's face, she's going, oh, for fuck's sake.
Well, basically, it's an addiction service based in Finglas and Cabra. And I suppose we've different groups. We have a stabilisation group, an access group, which would be their first point of contact with the service. I suppose you'd call that pre-contemplation. We have a drug-free group. We have a connect to the workplace group, and we run a CE scheme here. It's a community employment. So we help people, I suppose, through their addiction issues, and then we like to progress them onto college and finding a purpose and stuff. And that's why I suppose we're linked in with you, David, doing the recovery coaching, as I think it's very valuable for people going forward that want to go into that line of work. It's like an introduction into the services, really. So yeah, we have a lot of people going through here with addiction issues, because there's a lot of substance use in Dublin and in Ireland, really, like, and yeah, that's us really here.
And tell us about level 5.
The level 5 addiction studies, what do you mean tell you about it, like what it stands for in Ireland?
What it stands for, where it sits, how we've been bolted into part of your education system there, and
Well, this year we wanted to improve, like just kind of build on the recovery coaching from our side of it. And like in order to kind of get your foot into services in Ireland, you need the minimum of a level 5 addiction studies. The level 7 would be the main one, but the level 5, it's kind of you're working towards your level 7. And that's enough to get your foot in the door working in a service over here. So this year we've added that in alongside the recovery coaching for this year's recovery coaches.
excellent, excellent. All right, how are you feeling now?
Who, me?
Yeah.
And?
Yeah. All right. So when you started the training, when did you do it? Last year around this time?
Yeah, I did it last year with you.
Yeah. And how did you feel in your first classroom?
Nervous. I suppose it was all new. Do you know what I mean? From coming from addiction myself, and then sitting in a setting where you have to be a little bit more professional. It can be nerve-wracking. But I got a lot of growth out of it.
To be more professional.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And what does being more professional mean to everyone in the container? Andrew, what does being more professional mean for you?
For me, we have this knowledge of obviously our own lived experience, and I guess it's using that in a way that keeps people safe, gets the most out of what we're trying to coach them and bits like that. So just using it in a more say professional way. That's probably what I'm trying to say. A more a better way, a safer way, and a more effective way of helping people through their own recovery.
Okay, I would go with that. What else does it mean to other people? Being more professional.
I think it's transitioning from a client to a professional.
Okay. Who said that?
Jill.
Oh, there we go. Hi. I can see a little hand waving there. Yeah, I would go there. How to transition from the role of being a client or a patient, yeah, to a professional. So from poacher to gamekeeper.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. What else?
I think it comes in the way that we communicate. So as a client or just an everyday person, you might rightly so expect something to happen in a certain way, or something along those lines. But then as a professional, you've got a bit more in the game. You've got to think about relationships that you have with professional people, kind of your reputation around the workplace and things like that. So you've got to kind of like gauge the way that you communicate with people, not to upset the apple cart, so to speak. If you have the skill to do that, I like that.
So like professional conduct, interacting with other professionals.
Yeah, the way that we communicate in the many different ways.
Okay. Ruth, you wanted to say something? I think you put something in the chat, but I can't see it.
I did, yeah. I said for me, it's about masking, us having to be somebody who you're not sometimes, having to be, like you said, being able to relate with people and trying to maybe keep your own quirks down so that you can actually represent your company or yourself in a respectable way.
Okay, so part of being a professional is dishonest.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, but okay, great. All right, I would do that. So it's fucking full of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, people are hiding behind their fucking titles and being, oh, professional. Oh, that's not professional. Okay, so fuck that shit. So to be a professional, authentic recovery coach, you need to bring your authenticity into the role, understand what your scope of practice is, and to get paid for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're getting paid to show up in a way, yeah, that is to work with other professionals within organizations to improve the outcomes of the services of those organizations. Yeah? All right. So who here is a professional criminal? Has anyone ever been and at any time you don't want to answer any of these questions, that you just say fuck off, David? Yep, that's completely fine. But there's yeah, I've got, like, that becomes a profession for people. Yep, it's like you're fucking running a business. Yeah. When I tried to be a professional drug dealer, I was a fuck up because I just use all the drugs. Yeah. I was a shit businessman when it came to that. Does that make sense? I'm feeling quite passionate now. My kokorozashi's going. Yeah. In South Africa, yeah, you've got a lot of the cocaine industry is controlled professionally by Nigerian men. Yeah. And on a Sunday morning, it's a fucking nightmare to try and buy crack because everyone's in church. Yeah. So, like, fucking hell, you don't want to wake up Sunday morning looking for crack because Jesus Christ, everyone's in church. Does that make sense? So it becomes a bit like, I'm in a situation, I sell drugs. Yep. I act in a professional way with my clients. Yep. And I still do what's morally right. Sorry, I'm really going off track here. I don't know how we got here, but I'm just building on this word profession. Yep. And really what I want to go back to is safety, what Andrew said. Yeah. Now, what I find in the system is it's very siloed. People go, well, you've got to go here and you can't get housing until you stop drugs. Yep. And then people go to drug services and people can't stop taking drugs because they haven't got housing, because they're using the drugs because of their environment. Yep. And then they go to the doctors and they realize that they're self-medicating because they got some psychiatric condition or some trauma that they haven't worked with. Yeah, somebody was talking about the pressure. I think it's Stephen. Is it Stephen? Yeah. Like 2 years ago, when Stephen came into recovery, he was under so much pressure from work and business that he was using substances, some legal, some illicit, and they stopped working. Is that correct?
Yeah.
And now 2 years down the road, you're in a professional role and you want to help other people that are in that situation. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So hopefully this training will help you do that, to achieve this.
Yeah.
Yep. I think I'm talking too much.
No.
David, one thing I wanted to add on the profession, I suppose one thing I've learned is professional also means me making sure that I'm putting the right measures in place for me to be able to make the right amount of impact of work to the people I'm working with.
Okay. So would that go under the heading professional boundaries or professional conduct, professional behavior, professional?
Probably professional, yeah, kind of a mix between conduct and boundaries, but professional, what's the word I suppose I'm looking for?
Etiquette?
Not etiquette as such, but me making sure that I'm doing the right things outside of the workplace that ensures that I'm still showing up as a professional, for making sense.
All right. So your son is very good at football, yeah?
Correct.
Yeah. Now he wants to become a professional footballer.
Correct.
What's the difference?
The discipline, the things that he has to do outside of playing football that still contribute him being in that professional environment.
Great. I would support that in coaching.
Yeah.
Say that again.
So him being disciplined enough to be doing all the other things apart from the main thing, which is the football. So the periphery things like the diet, the exercise, the sleep, all of that stuff. Are you still doing that to make sure that when you go to your profession, you're having the most impact in your profession?
Okay. I would support that. Yeah. All right.
Although he's not very professional today because he's at a day off school and I can hear him upstairs. So we'll be having a conversation about that at some point. But little things like that, the conversation about that will be, yes, your football's important, but you've still got to be, showing up to school and you've still got to be going that. It's not all about, so that kind of stuff. So I suppose in line with our work, are we doing all the right things when we're not doing the coaching to making sure that when we are doing the coaching, we're the best, we're providing the best level of coaching that we can.
All right. So how are you as a family supporting your son in his professional development? And the question to everyone is how is your family supporting you in your professional development?
So we support him with making sure that his diet's right, his sleep pattern's correct, he's doing the right level of training, and he's having the right kind of influences and conversations that are going to support his mindset as well as and just build him up to be that sort of level.
Okay. All right. Let's open it up to the rest of the container. How is your family supporting you in your professional development? If they are.
Yeah, my family, Gary, my family are supporting me with my children. So if I can't make it to collecting from school because I'm doing something like this, my sister or my mother will do it.
Excellent. Excellent.
Yeah, I'm Megan, and the same for me. And encouragement is like pushing me, giving me support, telling me I'm well able to do this. You know what I mean? Even when I doubt myself. So, encouragement and support would be the biggest for my family.
Great. Wonderful. What else?
I'm Jill. We share a family car, so they'll keep it free for me on the days that I'm up here. Or like this morning, my mum needed it, so she'll drop me here and she'll collect me when we're finished.
Wonderful. What else?
I think emotionally them understanding that the type of work we do can be quite heavy. So when they're bringing if we've just finished, if they do want to speak about stuff, family stuff, to kind of if we've just finished a coaching session at 4 o'clock, to not expect a heavy family conversation at 4:05, because we probably just haven't got the mental capacity to deal with it in the right way. So understanding that the type of work we do can be quite heavy, so to kind of pick and choose the right times when we need to have kind of more important family conversations.
Okay.
Mine would be my wife would give me a kick up the arse if I didn't get up in the morning and start doing the things that she knows keeps me well. So, with my blessing, it's I have if she sees me not doing exercise for a while or starting just to be on my phone a lot, scrolling and bits like that, she'll just ask me a question of, "Are you okay? What's going on?" And bits like that, just to monitor how I'm being and behaving, because we've had the conversations before to explain what keeps me well and what potentially could lead me down a darker path. So yeah, she just brings it up as and when needed. Sometimes in a harsh way, a blunt way, should I say, and other times in a softer way, depending on what the circumstances are.
All right. So sometimes support is get off your fucking ass and off the phone and get to work, or fucking pull yourself together, whatever. Yeah.
That's what I need sometimes, yeah, because sometimes I really go too soft on myself. So yeah, kick up the arse sometimes. That's good.
There's a professional footballer.
There he is. Come and say hello. Come on. Say
Hello, mate. Nice to see you. Welcome.
No.
Cool.
Okay. Right. I'm just going to be 2 minutes. Let me just deal with him quickly. I'll be back.
No problem. No problem. Morning, Olivia. Do you want to check in?
Good morning. I'm Olivia. Sorry, I'm a bit late. Yeah, all good. Thanks.
Okay. Have you got a headache?
No, I went to the gym and then I came home and I fell asleep on the couch. So I woke up. Like, what?
Oh, okay, great. Wonderful. All right. So I'm so pleased you're here, because I need a translator. We've got a whole lot of people from Dublin here, and I can't understand what the fuck they're saying half the time. I just nod and say hello. Yeah.
Okay, I'll try.
Okay. All right. So we've been talking about professionalism. We've been talking about how family supports. Yep. How can the workplace environment support you in your roles, in your professions?
You asking me, David?
No, I'm asking the container.
Oh, okay.
How can your workplace
How can saying help it?
How could saying help us? By let us know what's out there for us.
Okay, so by providing you with this training, that's helpful.
Yeah, we need with the information that we need to get where we want to get. Basically.
Okay. So providing opportunities for you to better yourself in your profession, in your role.
Yes.
Excellent. Yeah.
Supervision and a way to keep their finger on the pulse with how your employment is going, with what your background is in regards to your coping levels and things like that. So just a space to feedback what's actually going on for you and how you're feeling.
Okay. So to actually be interested in how you're being impacted in the workplace. Yeah. All right. What else?
Well, I think what's very important is having your workplace having a belief in you.
Yeah.
Okay, actually believing you and standing behind you and saying, "Fuck, we've got your back."
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And what about a bit like Andrew's wife was holding him accountable, like, get out to bed, you fucking lazy shit. Yeah. She doesn't use those words. That's my translation.
Oh, wouldn't argue with you, David.
Oh, you wouldn't argue with me. Okay. I'll tell you one of the challenges I have in my relationship with Tia. Yeah. In our relationship where we're boyfriend and girlfriend, yeah, and she hears me coaching and talking to other people, she goes, "You're so nice to everyone else. Why don't you talk to me like that?" Yeah. And I would say, because I'm your boyfriend. Yeah. I'm not your coach. And sometimes the boundaries get crossed.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. I had the opposite, David. She had a problem when I was trying to coach her, and she snapped back at me saying, "You don't you dare try and coach me."
Exactly. Wonderful. What a wonderful learning. Yeah. So when you go home, you're a fucking husband. Yep. That's why doctors can't go and work on their family members. They get referred to other doctors because the roles get enmeshed. Yep. I opened up a rehab in Johannesburg, and the first thing I did was employ all my sponsees. I have a 12-step background, and I promise you it was a fuck up. It was a proper fuck up. Because whenever like there were business things that need to be done, they would go to me, "Yeah, but you know that in my step 4 that like my father did this and you're triggering that and I can't do that because of da 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 da." And then they take my inventory and I'd take their inventory, and it was our character defects, and oh my God, it was a fuck up. And I was driven by a codependency in me of wanting to help everyone and to give people jobs and to... Do you want to check out Market? Oh, fucking hell. Rude bastard. Just gone like that. Oh, fuck, I've had enough. All right. So in that, we need to become aware of professional boundaries, where the roles are, when we're in our scope of practice, and when we're stepping out of the scope of practice. That makes sense to everyone? It's like I'm David, I'm a coach, I'm here coaching now, I'm here to teach the skill set of recovery coaching. I'm in the role of a teacher. And actually, for me to be a good teacher, I need to be in the role of a pupil and to listen to what's in the container. Yeah. So when going into communities, it's a bottom-up approach. Yep. It's like what's happens in your neck of the woods, what's going on around your world, and how can I support you in that? All right. How's the class going, Natasha?
I think the class is going really well, and I'm learning loads in it.
Yeah. What are some of the things you're learning?
Well, about so like about listening and having the boundaries and all. Like, so what I take from that is so if you're being if you're working with someone but you're also friends, so it's like respecting their boundaries, and the part as well where you said having so if you're working and then when you come home being a friend. So if I was a coach, well then I don't coach like family members, friends, partners, because that's not the role.
Wonderful, wonderful. And how's your community there? How's your little class? How would you say your people are doing there?
I think they're doing okay, yeah.
Yeah? All right. Great. All right. Take someone in your room there. Ask them what they've learned.
Martha, what have they learned? Because you're very quiet. So
Excellent.
I know I am learning stuff. Just when I'm put on the spot, I'm like, my head just empties. But like similar to Tasha about and Natasha, like where to be in a certain role, like when you're in a certain role and when you're not. I'm very neurodivergent, so I find it hard to slot into things. I kind of need to be some sort of in an authentic way all the time. So I find it hard to read things off other people if I'm like overstepping a boundary, or I find it hard to change the way I need to be in a professional manner, if that makes sense. So I'll be looking forward to learning more about that. Yeah, I don't know what I just said, but I hope it made sense.
It does.
Okay, well, let's ask Ruth what you just said. Ruth, what did you just hear?
Hi, you okay? Fellow sort of ADHD over here. And it's just so sad that you feel like you have to mask and you can't, you feel like, is it potentially because you said that you can't focus on one thing? Is it because you've got so many things around you and because you, are you not finding it interesting enough? That's what I find the most common cause of not being able to do the same as everybody else. Does that make sense?
I know what you mean, and I've definitely felt that in other situations before. Not here though, I am interested in this. It's just more like in a professional sense that I'm still unsure of what way I need to be or what way I need to show up and what's like okay and what is okay.
You're learning.
So are you a bit like me? You need to have like the processes in front of you so that you know exactly what you're doing and when you need to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand that totally. And sometimes I think in the professional environment that needs to have more understanding around it. I do think that there's a lot of organisations, or the majority of organisations, say that they understand you.
You cut off there at the end, Ruth.
Oh, sorry. Where was I? What did you hear last?
The last few words, like it was literally just the last few words. So
Yeah, so I think in a professional capacity, a lot of organisations will say that they are sort of neurodivergent friendly, but actually they don't understand it at all. They sort of read it from textbooks potentially and said, well, we can put some reasonable adjustments in place for you, but they still don't fully understand it. I think there needs to be more conversations around how each individual person with neurodiversity, because obviously it affects everybody differently, it can be on different parts of the spectrum, or are you ADHD, autism? What is it that you've you have? ADHD. Obviously, there's 3 different types of ADHD. It could be inattentive, you could be hyperactive, or you could be both.
Yeah.
So you might need different ways of learning, different ways of coping within the office, and it needs to be managed in, proportionate little changes that would actually help you there massively.
Yeah. Thanks, Ruth.
It's okay.
Well, there's such a lot of learning going on today, eh? Jesus Christ, this is great. Oh, all right. How are we doing for time? What's the time? 10:31. How are you doing, Sankalpa?
Good.
Pretty good,
Yeah. So do you want to carry on for another half an hour? You want to take a break, go and learn amongst yourselves? You want to what's going to work for you guys?
What would you like?
I need a coffee, I think. Yeah, coffee.
We're taking a break.
Taking a break. All right. So why don't we check you guys out? Yep. I'll see you next week at 9:30, and we'll go for an hour. Yep. These guys will come on at 10 o'clock. You spend the next hour and the next week getting onto the online material. Faye will help you doing that, and talk amongst yourselves about what's worked, what hasn't worked, yep. And just like this is just class 1, so welcome. The most important outcome of the first session is to get the person to come back for the second session. That's all you're trying to do. Because if the person doesn't come back, now thank God your organization there is to support you in coming back by saying, if you don't fucking come back, you're going to get fired. No, but actually what they want to do is develop you professionally. Yeah?
Yeah.
All right. So, Faye, do you want to start the checkout?
I will. I'm checking out very good, very positive, and it's good to be back in the classroom setting with you, David. So yeah, I'll leave it there. I'll tag you.
I'm checking out as a little overwhelmed. To be honest, yeah. A little bit overwhelmed, yeah.
It's intense, huh?
Yeah, it's just a lot of words and roles and accountability and responsibility. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So on to next week.
So who do you tag?
Oh, the gang.
I'm Gary. I'm checking out. Still excited. I'm very optimistic. I'm looking forward to the next week. Yeah, just looking forward to it. Thanks, Stephen.
Yeah, I'm checking out good. Yeah, I'm not as tired as I was at the start because it was interesting. A lot of things that was said. I'm sort of putting them into practice today in daily life, like as leaving like work things in the workplace and not bring them home. That sort of got to me today. And I said, hold on, I'm actually doing that now today, but I wasn't doing it 2 years ago. So that probably brought up a lot for me, but in a good way. So yeah, I'm getting a lot of it so far.
Cool. Who's next to you?
Jill.
I'm Jill, and I'm checking out. Still very much excited. I love education. I love learning. I kind of thrive off it. So yeah, I'm feeling good, feeling positive. I'm tagging Ian.
Oh yeah, I'm checking out. I'm a little bit disconnected with everything at the moment, so I didn't really pay much attention in this class because I'm a little bit whatever. But I'll be more concentrated next week. Thank you, Natasha.
I'm Natasha. I'm checking out. I'm okay. I'm a lot better than what I was when I was checking in. When I was checking in, I was a bit nervous and intimidated, and I feel like that I can go into like child mode around education because I feel like that I don't like I have lived experience, but when it comes to education, it's like it's a fear. So now that I'm checking out, I feel like hopeful and I'm happy to come back next week.
Wonderful.
Thanks.
Who's next year?
Martha.
I'm actually glad Megan said overwhelmed because I'm a little bit overwhelmed as well, and I feel a little bit like I don't know what's the word. I don't want to say embarrassed because I'm not embarrassed, but I just feel a little bit like
vulnerable.
Yeah, like I said too much about myself. I don't really talk about that, and now as I'm talking, I'm like, shut up. Like I don't know. I'm just like groups are.
A lot comes up in these groups.
Yeah, I don't want to say the groups are difficult for me, but I think it's a while since I've been in a group setting. Yeah, and I just feel a bit off, but like not bad. I don't want to run away, which is great because usually if anything ever made me feel uncomfortable, I'd be like, fuck that, I'm never going back. I don't feel like that at all. Just a little bit overwhelmed as well.
Thank you so much for your authenticity and honesty and openness. Thank you. And who's the knee?
My name is Paul. Yeah, I'm still feeling hopeful. I like education and learning. I like understanding people, and it mostly would be fairly, eager to learn in recovery and that type of thing. I feel like in these types of settings, if it's like your first class, it's natural for people to feel a bit self-conscious, and there's all new terminologies and little phrases, and like we were talking about earlier, that kind of professional capacity thing. You're like trying to adjust to a way of being and speaking that you're just not used to, So if anybody's nervous, I'd just say it's normal. Come to the next one and be grand.
Yeah.
Well said.
All right. Thank you so much. Feel free to go join the website wedocharlie.com. Yeah. So yeah. See you all next week.
Bye.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.
yourself as well, yeah.
So you're on break now. What time do I have to
It's not easy losing your glasses.
Yeah, so we got in here for say 5 past 11. Half an hour break.
Oh.
Feel like I've been around my family.
Yeah,
Everybody.
I saw your. Oh, it's fantastic. There's such a wonderful community there in Dublin. Finglas, I think.
Finglas.
Finglas.
Yeah, it's a really dodgy place in Ireland. Yeah.
So
I've got family from there actually. They probably
Yeah.
know them. Yeah, they're like right on it. They're just like, yeah.
So I wouldn't say dodgy, but I can understand how people how that projection gets put on.
Yeah, yeah.
So
It's just that area in Dublin. It's always had a kind of a bad name for itself.
yeah.
But
Well, just
but my
like
family live there and they're okay.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's just like Middlesbrough, or it's kind of it's where there's a lot of poverty, a lot
Yeah.
of criminal activity to survive, and gangsterism and all that
Yeah.
sort of stuff. And yeah, so personally, I'm really proud to one be invited into the community to bring this work.
Yeah.
So I'm very humbled, and yeah. Oh, I'm so grateful for the work I do. I'm so grateful that you guys are here. So let's just have a quick check-in. Thank you for helping me dance with the chaos. I've started it so we meet them half an hour before, then you guys come in, and they then check out half an hour later to kind of process the stuff amongst themselves. And we'll just carry on. So we'll carry on till 11, then we'll have our break, and then we'll carry on for the next hour. Ruth, is this your first time here in this class?
It is, yeah. It's actually my first classroom that I've joined so far.
Okay, wonderful. But you have done the 3-day training before, hey?
Yeah, I've done the 3-day one.
Okay, great. And you didn't do any of the follow-up classes afterwards?
No, with the role that I was in at the time, it was wasn't seen as necessary.
Okay.
So, yeah.
All right. So yeah, so welcome to this.
Thank you.
What I'm really excited about your participation, Ruth, is you bring the neurodivergent experience to this, and I think that's so important as well. Yeah, so I'm really appreciative of that. Yeah, so let's just do a little bit of a deeper check-in amongst ourselves, just to help me orientate me. And Bally, thank you very much for bringing your son onto the screen.
No problem. No
You want
problem.
to start the check-in, Bally?
Yeah, I'm doing good. It's been a busy week. It's been a really busy week. So I'm feeling a little bit disorientated just because I've had 2 days off because of the weekend that we had. We have to have used that's classed as work time, so we have to have 2 days off. So I had Monday off and I had yesterday off. Both days have been really busy and active and stuff. So I just feel a little bit out of sync and I'm exhausted. Honestly, so Monday my son had a final with his school, but it was being played at the main ground of Aston Villa, who's our team as well. So they were playing actually in the Villa Park Stadium. So it was a massive treat. So that was Monday and he won. He played well, which was great. Then Tuesday I was in work. And then Wednesday, because I had another day off, I said to him, look, do you want to have a day off with dad and we can do whatever you want to do? You pick, blah, 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 and basically just treat him a little bit, which obviously he said yes to. And he chose Alton Towers. So we went to Alton Towers for the day. But on top of that, in the evening, it was a very, very big final for our team, Aston Villa. So even though we were exhausted when we came back from doing like 20,000 steps and all the rides, we sort of still said, look, this is a once in our lifetime occasion. So we went out to watch the match, and Villa won as well, which was again. So it's been an active, tiring week, but no, otherwise I'm checking in as good, tired, but yeah, good, tired.
Excellent. Who are you tagging, Belly?
I will tag in Ruth. Welcome, Ruth.
Hi, Belly. Thank you. So actually, I'm not very good at speaking in public, so I'm actually now quite nervous. Thanks for that.
This
so
isn't public, Ruth. This is
it's
friendly.
still it is to me, but it's all good. Thank you. I have to get used to it, I suppose. But yeah, I'm checking in good. I'm also knackered because I'm setting up 2 businesses at the minute surrounding neurodiversity. So I'm got that many meetings that's been going on and trying to liaise with people that I don't know if I'm coming out my ass or what I'm doing. I have absolutely no clue what's going on at the minute. Also surviving on 2 hours sleep in 2 nights. So surviving on fake Lucozade Sport and jammy Dodgers this morning. But other than that, yeah, I'm good, and I'm really grateful to be here. So thank you, David, for having me.
Who are you tagging, Ruth?
Olivia, because you were the first person I saw.
It's nice to meet you, Ruth. I've seen you on the school thing, and I'm like, I've never met you before, so it is really nice to meet your face.
Yeah, it's nice to meet you.
Yeah, I got up early, students, went straight to the gym and came home, laid on my couch, and I thought I'll just sit here for 10 minutes. And so I fell asleep. So I'm still trying to wake up, really. Yeah, all good. Yeah, all good. Check Andrew. Tag Andrew.
Thanks, Olivia, and yeah, welcome, Ruth. Be good to hear a bit more about what you're doing business-wise, if that's okay, over the course of the next few weeks.
Thank you.
I'm similar to Baddy. I'm tired. I had the event at the weekend as well, and my days off are actually tomorrow and Tuesday. After it, so I've got a long weekend. So I'm tired, but the long weekend's helping me get through the rest of the day. So yeah, really, really positive. Loved the weekend, and just kind of been a bit getting through this week. I had a busy day yesterday and felt a bit tired and by the end of it, and I had a call at 6:30, and I was so thankful when at 5:30 he said to cancel because he had work. So I was quite grateful at that point because I was spent by then. But no, it's all good. It's good tired, but I'm ready for a weekend of saying that I'm going to Legoland tomorrow. So I'm not going to get much of a rest, but with the kids. But after that, I'll get a few days off just to chill and just to do bits around the house and just give some time for myself. Yeah. And David.
Oh, so I check in really grateful, and I'm loving the way things are expanding. So I'm really grateful that we've got the recovery coaching skill set here, and it's expanding into the gambling harm space and now the neurodivergent space. And what I really enjoyed today's class around what is recovery, what is it that you get back around that. Yeah, so I'm feeling good. I've opened the practice in Harley Street, which I'm very proud about. Actually, I'm actually like, fuck you all, I've arrived. And there's a self-esteem thing inside it because I've been in sheltered accommodation for the past 2 years, having to go through the system because my own mental health kind of burnt out because I'm so passionate about this work. And professionally, I needed to put my hand up and say, fuck, I need some help now. And the help that I've been getting is unbelievable. actually, from a South African perspective. So going through the NHS and Wandsworth Council and the way things are set up here is has given me a very good understanding of the system and its shortcomings. Yeah. So I know the private sector, I now know the public sector, and I think this is going to be very good for me in going back into the private sector as a recovery consultant working in Harley Street. Yeah, it adds a lot of credibility. And I'm really pleased that Sankalpa have now got a training that people with lived experience can get to a level 5. That means that people can be employed into the sectors to make things better. So I'm feeling really good about that. Yeah. So yeah, it's a good day. It's a good day. It's a very good day. All right. So why don't we take a 10-minute break now? Yeah. Because I've been going for an hour and a bit. I'm going to make a coffee. Ruth's on 2 hours sleep. And did you say fake Lucozade, Ruth?
Yes, as the special charge.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. So, yeah, let's take a 10-minute break, come back in the hour, and then we'll see what we want to talk about today. Yeah.
Sounds good.
Cool.
Cool.
All right.
See you then.
Bye.
Fab. See you in a bit.
Olivia,
Yes, yeah.
Ruth,
Yeah, right.
Andrew.
I'm on Harley Straight, mate. When did you get Harley Straight?
I got it. We took the lease at the beginning of May. Yep.
Awesome. Yeah.
And I'm there on a Wednesday morning. Yep. So Maoni, yep, Paula has taken on, yeah, the building. And we're really pushing Maoni London Recovery Coaching Campus. Yep. And so
I'll be back in a minute. Sorry.
yeah, no problem. So I'm consulting there on a Wednesday morning. Yeah. So the way it works is Maoni's the umbrella organization that is going around with the content and certifying lived experienced organizations. So there's the biggest one is Recovery Connections in Middlesbrough, Epic Restart, Reach Out and Recover Kent. We do Kennedy Street, Project 6 in Sheffield also came and did the training, but they've kind of not come back. Who else was there? There was J2 Arms. Yeah, there were various LEROs that did the training. Yep, did the recovery coaching training, did the community of practice training, did the systemic wellness training, which is the path that you and Bali are on. Yep. Yep. And then St. Cowper in Ireland, they've done the same thing as well. So this is actually round 4 of their people. Yep. And yep, so Maoni oversees all of that. Yep. And I've gone back into my own private practice consulting from Harley Street, where we're taking the digital side of treatment, yep, and to take our work in the virtual space to support other clinicians, treatment facilities in using tech to improve treatment outcomes. That was a very long-winded way of saying what I'm doing there. Yeah. But basically, we're charging people a lot of money.
Very well deserved, mate. Honestly, that's great.
Yeah, well done.
Well, it's good. It's good for all of us as well, because like lived experience is being seen as it adds a lot of value. Professional lived experience is still emerging. So you've got these charities and people that are saying, oh, fuck, we need lived experience to get government funding because we have these contracts from councils and governments and we need lived experience. Fuck, we've got to get the tick box done to say that we do it. And they're just kind of taking people and saying, yes, we've got lived experience, but it's not really professionalized and brought into an organization where lived experience voice is actually carrying weight and credibility. Does that make sense? Yeah.
I can relate to it.
And in the gambling world is more advanced in this area because it's pretty new. And so what happened with legislation and government regulation and all this sort of stuff, they took the gambling industry and the levy, yep, and said that levy must go to help people that have problem gambling, that have been impacted by gambling harm. And people, the regulators and everyone has been fighting for 20 years to get this money. This money's now come, and now the NHS is absorbing that money. Yep. And these lived experienced organizations like Epic Restarts, which was part of the Epic, what's it?
Global.
Well,
Epic Global. Yeah.
Yeah, Epic Global and Epic Foundation. Yep. There's been that systemic tension. Yep. And then you've got Glenn. Is it Glenn? Gambling Lived Experience Network.
Something we've got a session with them, I think, next week. I think.
Yeah, so there's a whole lot of stuff going on there. So if you follow the money, yeah, people are kind of fucking focusing on the money. And when people focus on the money, often the people that need to benefit from it get left behind because the organization has to focus on the money for the sustainability of its staff. Yeah. And it becomes a fucking proper fuck up.
Yeah.
Oh, let's talk about that today.
Well, on that day, I was a trustee for Gambling Harm UK, and they got funding through the levy, and the work they did, the work they're doing is great. It's all about prevention of gambling harm. So they're going to educate GPs and educate schools and bits like that. And what they do, they have their processes doing it, and it works. And we hired our first members of staff last year. Got the levy money through, and the first meeting I had with it was a load of stuff from OHID. It was, so the government stuff around what they wanted from it all, what boxes we needed to tick for them. Going through that, it completely changed the dynamics, and suddenly everyone was looking at what should we do to make them happy? What should we do to make them happy? That the people giving the money. And it's like, well, the focus should be on what you're doing to make to get the prevention going. I ended up leaving it because I just couldn't go through that process again. I was volunteering my time to do it, and I thought, this isn't a fight I want to have at the moment with regards to it all. But I could see where that getting that funding, it just changed their mentality and what was important quite quickly. And obviously Epic didn't get funding from the NHS, and in some ways if they can get funding elsewhere, it might actually work out in a benefit in some way, potentially.
So there's a big cultural shift that happens. Yeah. So this is something that repeats itself. Yeah. This isn't anything new that has been repeating itself from traditionally, if you take AA 12-step work, yeah, one alcoholic helping another, and the birth of AA as an organization, and how that organization developed over the years. Yeah. Then you got in the late 50s, the recognition of alcoholism as a disease. Yeah. And then from there, you got AA, NA, GA, you got the 12-step approach to treatment. Yeah. Then that went into the clinical world, the medical world. Yeah. And they came up with the Minnesota model of treatment. Yeah. And combine that with the political agenda of alcohol being legalized, yeah, after prohibition, and drugs being criminalized, yeah, and alcohol being taxed, because really what happened was alcohol and Al Capone and illegal alcohol, the only people that were making the money were the gangsters. Yeah. So that came to legalizing. Fucking, it gets so complex, yeah, when you look at it like that. And then the war on drugs was really driven politically to curb the spread of communism. Yeah. So Nixon came in with his drug laws. Yep. And after Nixon, yep, Betty Ford came along, and the idea was we'll have the Betty Ford clinics, and all aftercare would go to AA, to 12-step type meetings. So the aftercare side of things was outsourced to mutual aid groups. Yep. And the effectiveness of 12-step treatment deteriorated because you started getting a whole lot of people come to 12-step meetings that were mandated to go to meetings, as opposed to people that were invited to go to meeting. If you want what we have to offer and willing to make the effort to get it, then these are the principles that we follow, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. It becomes a fuck up. Yeah. So yeah, I get very passionate about this sort of thing.
It's a lot harder to coach someone who's being made to go to the organisation than it is to someone who's willingly wanting to go, isn't it?
Exactly. That's why I said at the end of this last container with Sankalpa, is anyone here at this training who's been told that they have to come here? Like, you don't need to be here. You really want to try and get buy-in from people.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Oh. So what's the state of the gambling world now? I mean, you two have come here because you need to do the 40 hours of training to go from peer recovery specialist to recovery coach. And then you need to do the systemic wellness practitioners training because you're using coaching in your role as a professional in an organization. Yep. So you've got to do a total of 60 hours of training. Yep. And after that, you're done. Yeah. We'd love you to come back and kind of share your experience and be part of the groups. Like Olivia's done fucking, I mean, Olivia needs to go get a fucking life now. She's done all the fucking trainings. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Olivia, I'm joking, but you know what I mean? Like, a lot of people come back to this because they get so much out of it. But the requirement is, it's a bit like people that go to school and study or university, and then they become tutors and lecturers, and they stay in the academic institution, and they get tenureship. So the institution just looks after them because they become like mad professors. Yeah, and I'm happy to go that route too. I'm a bit like that. Like, fuck, I just want to sit in, I don't care where I am, as long as I'm like fucking doing this stuff. Sorry, I'm rabbiting on a bit. My mania and my passion are getting very aligned at the moment.
In your gambling, the people that you're helping out and that your clients, do they have other addictions that's led to them gambling? Is that like a thing as well? Because I hear a lot of that when I'm kind of...
Yeah, it's pretty much the triangle of the three things are normally sort of alcohol, drugs, gambling. There's normally, or certainly from my experience of not from my own personal experience, as well as the people that I'm now sort of coaching, there tends to be a trigger point, but it's in different orders. Normally, Olivia, it's not always in the same order. It can be any one of those three variations.
And do you have to kind of coach them on that as well then? Or you just
no. I mean, again, that's not. I think we have to be really careful about what our area of expertise is and isn't, and because I suppose we're not classed as clinical counsellors, we just try and give more kind of coaching in terms of steps that they need to take that's going to improve their lives, as opposed to giving any kind of direct advice that could be right, but then it could be wrong as well. So yeah, we try and stay away from any of that and really just get them to set goals to kind of improve their well-being and their life overall.
So there are three stages. Yeah. So there's the peer support stage where you can relate as a peer and signpost people. Yeah. So this is what I did. I've got experience of gambling. I've got experience of work being in the criminal justice system. I've got experience of like da 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 da. This is what I did. Blah blah. You need to do this, this, and this. Yeah. So it's like when I put my hand up and said, "Fuck, I need help." They said, "Okay, you need to go to Universal Credit. You need to, go to sheltered accommodation. You need to go speak to these people. This is what you need to do." I needed signposting. Fucking tell me what to do for the fucking basics. Yep. That gave me a bit of security. Yeah. Then it was like, here's a program you can join. Yeah. This is the structure of the program. These are the days. Do it, don't do it. Yeah. Then I was moving to the next stage where I've got a bit of agency to find out what recovery looks like for me. Yep. And you guys are all going to be doing that. And when you're engaging with people, you're no longer telling people what to do. You're kind of listening to them and their values, meaning, purpose, giving them agency, like fucking live your life, motherfucker. What do you want to do? Like, stop. Like, we get you've been told what to do all your life, but actually you're free now. Yeah. And that is traumatic for people. It's like, fuck, you mean I can make my own choices? Really? Yeah. And then the next part is working as a professional in these roles. Yeah. So Andrew and Bally, you've got three things going on. Yeah, you've all got your lived experience where you're signposting. You're working with people that are now getting some agency where you don't need to talk about gambling anymore. It's like, fuck, how are you going to rebuild your life after the harm of gambling? Yeah. And you're working in Epic, you're being paid by them to show up for professionals. And guys, this is my scope of practice. This is a safeguarding issue. This is where I need supervision. And they're paying for you to come on here to receive training so you can say, yes, I've been trained in this area. Fuck, that made a lot of sense to me. I don't know about you lot, but
Yeah. Spot on. And I think going back to your question, Olivia, because of obviously we're dealing with it in the rebuilding lives aspect, most people that come to us have been through treatment of some sort, and in that treatment they would have looked at different areas as well, like drugs and alcohol, and potentially they would have got treatment for that as well alongside it. So I had one yesterday, funny enough, that said he was still very much addicted to cocaine. So the steps is to say what is it you can do now to try and give yourself the best chance of coming on top of that, which is then signposting or seeking support. But it's trying to get them to do it for themselves rather than me saying you need to go and do that. He'll just tell me to fuck off if I told him that. So it's the same.
Exactly. Well done. Well done.
So it's, genuinely by the time they get to us, they've got a sort of overview of recovery and bits, so which makes it that slightly much easier when they do have other addictions alongside it.
Yeah, because a lot
What
of them
is it about telling people what to do that they fucking tell you to fuck off?
It's
yeah, a lot of my group, they kind of say like to do the cocaine and then that leads to their like gambling because they're awake and they're just doing that all night just for something to do because they're awake. So yeah.
I'm anxious for my kids around gambling.
Yeah.
Like they know drink and drugs are bad, but I was in the fucking takeaway with him the other day, waiting for a chicken korma, and my two boys were talking. Sammy's 30 and Luca's 19, and the workers that they work with have been gambling as well. And one guy won so much money he got to buy a car. And so they're talking amongst themselves, like, oh fuck, I can win a car, da 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 da. And they're both gambling, yep. And then Sammy goes, yeah, look, I can place a bet. He placed a bet. He goes like, well, and he lost. And he goes, yeah, you see, winners know when to stop. I stopped. And I'm just sitting there thinking, oh fuck. Oh my God, this movie. I can like and my younger one, he's spending money, and I'm not sure what he's spending money on, but like fuck, he's caught in that fantasy is if I have enough money, I'll be all right. And it's that shortcut and that
Yeah, quick
uh,
fix.
and I'm just looking at it as a concerned parent from the side. And we were very much involved in the gambling harm industry as a family. My dad was, in spite his chronic alcoholism, he did a lot to regulate the gambling industry in South Africa and consulted a lot in the gambling industry in the UK. And so as a family, we've been talking about this stuff as a family. Yeah. So when Sammy said, yeah, winners know when to stop, he's taken that tagline from that gambling adverts that they consulted to put on the radio to make people aware of the support that's available if you have a gambling problem. So the casinos advertise on the radio, and at the end it goes, probably National Responsible Gambling Helpline. Winners know when to stop. Oh, no, wait, da, 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 da. And they read it. They read out the disclaimer in fast. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah, it's fascinating to step back and look at the.
But even taking like my little boy down to the caravan site for a weekend, they've got like a big massive room with like loads of kind of machines in there. And it's just like, oh my God. You
Yeah,
know,
and getting all the tickets, winning
getting all the
tickets.
tickets, getting all the tickets and 2p's and 5p's, them little slots, and I'm like, oh God. I'm like, we're walking through, Kim, we're walking through. You said you want to go to the play park. That's not the play park. Keep walking.
Yes, there's this thing around having a big amount of money and getting it quickly, like YouTube. I don't know if anyone knows Mr. Beast, but a Mr. Beast video, if you watch one of his YouTube videos, within the first 15 seconds, there'll be a huge amount of money going across the middle of the screen saying this is what they can win now, this is what they can win. And it just enhances this fact of I want that money quickly, I want that money now. And it has a knock-on effect. It's quite dangerous to have that mentality, to the fact it's allowed to kind of just be brought in for children to see that, and they're brought up thinking money's what matters, and getting it quickly. It's quite scary, really.
And that's the instant gratification side of things. And that's the culture we live in now.
Yeah.
It's like fucking, you want to watch a movie, download it. Yeah, you want to watch a series, download the whole fucking series, all six episodes, and binge watch. Yeah, it's a very instant culture. You know the experiment with the marshmallows? Have you ever seen that with the kids and the marshmallows?
No.
So look at it on YouTube, but they did a study with the kids. So you put two marshmallows, yeah, or maybe it's one marshmallow, and they tell the kid, don't touch the marshmallow. Yeah. I'm going to leave the room. When I come back, you can have both of them. Yeah. And then you see all these kids fucking anxious, and some fucking them, and others can't wait. But the study shows that the kids that were able to delay the instant gratification later on in life didn't have the consequences of addiction, Where addiction is a lot of like, fuck, I'm feeling something now. I need to do something to medicate and change that feeling because I can't sit with that feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is what you mentioned earlier about when people go into recovery, you're rebuilding life, and it's like suddenly these problems come along that they've been escaping from for so long for addiction. It's like, how do I deal with this? What do I do? And it's scary.
And a lot of people haven't developed that resilience. So teenagers, yeah, when they go through breakups, you know, when you fall in love for the first time and you break up and it's fucking Jesus, you know that love where it fucking stabs you in the stomach and cuts you. Oh my God. Yep. Normal kids, yeah, go through that in teenagehood and they deal with it and they learn how to go through relationships. People in recovery, once they've used on that behavior, they go through their first breakup when they're 30 years old in recovery. They go to meetings, they find the love of their life, they fall in love with them, it fucking goes pear-shaped. They react like teenagers. Yep. And then you're dealing with this person and they're behaving like a teenager because they haven't gone through the emotional resilience of going through a breakup sober. So you deal with a fucking teenager in a 30-year-old body. Yep. And if you don't understand that, you'll sit there and think, well, this person's a bit fucking immature. Of course they're fucking immature because they haven't had the opportunity to deal with those feelings sober. So the incorrect response is don't get involved in a relationship, which is fucking stupid because it's like people are going to get involved in relationships in recovery just because the loneliness is so big. Because it's like, fuck, you've lost your biggest lover. The addiction. Oh, I've bored Bally. He's switched his camera off and muted, and there's my self-centeredness going, it's all me, it's all me. And Ruth is fucking ticking or typing away on other things, and she's just so bored with the conversation.
No, David, I'm not bored, right? Because of what you just described there, the marshmallow test. I've linked it straight away to an ADHD thing, and I was just doing it on another Google site. And obviously, there's a link because of addiction and ADHD. So it could be down to being undiagnosed or diagnosed. It's just that self-gratification and dopamine hit.
And she's off. That's great.
Sorry.
No, I love it. I love it. Fucking hear one thing go off down here. Yeah.
There's my new thing to be searching today in the rabbit hole, I think, David. I'll still be up at 4 a.m. now.
Yeah. No, it's great. It's all good. It's all good. So, Andrew, what are you learning today?
Learning today. So plenty. Yeah. Just put me on a spot like that. Right. Okay. Let's think. So what obviously this morning we spoke about the around taking stuff home with you, not having that space at work brought home and around other people around you, around the professional support around your work and how professional, what the term professional means in this space, and plenty of other stuff as well. But to be honest, putting me on a spot like that, I can't think of everything right now.
Sorry, mate. Sorry, let me back off. Let me wind in my enthusiasm. I'm so sorry about that.
No worries at all.
The question I should have asked is, and it's driven by my anxiety, but it's really like, is this beneficial for you in your career and personally?
Massively, David. And honestly, at the weekend, I realised it more than ever that I was around a bunch of people all weekend and there was just snippets of all different things going on for that, and managing the chaos around it all. And that's specifically, I said to my colleague Craig, I said that your training has actually really helped me during this weekend in this respect, and I've really noticed it. I was able just to unpack everything, and it just kind of, like when you said, what have I learned? It's hard to process it in this moment, but I'll go away and there'll be bits from it that will just pop up in different situations, and I'll realise it. It's helped massively, honestly, and I wouldn't just say that. I told you I've been through NHS trainings where I felt like, Jesus, I could just switch off here and go to sleep. But yeah, I get far more in these couple of hours than I do during an 8-hour training session with that sort of thing. So thank you. Yeah, honestly.
That feels so nice. That feels nice. It does help build resilience in chaos, huh? What was the training you guys did this weekend?
It was an event for all the delegates, so people in recovery. So Richie facilitated it, and it was away in Mount Cook, place in Derby. So there's 36, I think there was 36 delegates all around, all with different experience, all gambling harm, but always kind of different experiences and different ways of coping. Going away, jumping off sit wires and rock climbing and abseiling, and then sort of
great, all that stuff.
Yeah, it was amazing, but it was tiring, and when I'm quite an introvert myself, it sort of takes my energy away as well, being around people for that long as well. So yeah, managing the boundaries around that as well, and get myself off at 9 o'clock to bed, making sure I'm not around it all evening as well. So but yeah, I did notice I've come a long way in that time. I was quite proud of the way I did it all. I'm proud of everyone else around in the team as well.
Excellent. Okay. Who wants to go next?
It is building up my confidence a lot when I'm going into groups. I'm more confident and like putting myself in positions like meeting the Bexley drug and alcohol lady. Like if I talked about doing that a few years ago, I'd be like, no way. I put myself out and done that. Yeah, and just doing as much training as I get, I've done that 7.5 hours training on, when was it, Tuesday, with the alcohol one. That was good, but it was kind of it brought a lot back for me because I had to go over everything that happened to me. And by the end of the day, I was like, shit, I went through a lot. There's every bit of his body that he was talking about things were happening. Every single thing happened to me. And then he used me as an example. He just said, does anybody know what somebody like with cirrhosis looks like? And they're all saying, oh, really skinny and pot belly and yellowish and stuff like that. And he already knew that I've got it. And he said, would anybody think that Olivia's got it? And they said, no. And they were like, well, she does. And they were like, oh, okay. They're a bit shocked because they had this idea of somebody really, really ill, I suppose, and didn't think somebody could kind of get a little bit better, So yeah, it was good training. Yeah. But I feel a lot more confident in myself to kind of speak up. Like even going into the group the other day, kind of putting things forward to help the unit. I would have done that a few years ago. So that was good.
Thank you, Olivia. Belly?
I think, well, not think. The way it's kind of helped me is knowing how to kind of get the best out of making the most impact with the person by sort of asking the right questions and having the right kind of time, knowing when to dip in and when to kind of dip out. I think my biggest problem used to be, and probably still is, that I like to do a lot of talking. So sometimes I think at the beginning when I started, I felt I was doing too much talking in the coaching, whereas now I hardly do any. It's, I'll just ask very specific kind of questions and probes, and they're doing the bulk of the talking. So yeah, so it's really kind of helped me. And that's still a skill I'm kind of refining. but yeah, it's just being in there. And then I've started doing group coaching now as well. So being in this setting and a couple of times when you've asked me to hold the container has helped me when I've gone to do group coaching. I've just found it pretty easy. There's not really been any issue or anything. It's fine. I quite enjoy it. Um, and again, I think the group coaching is probably where it's helped a lot is seeing, how you are in this environment with us and how you hold the container really well. When I've doing the group coaching, I'm trying to not mimic it, but I suppose, yeah, in the same way, I'm trying to make sure that I'm reading the room and moving the container in the right direction.
Ruth, you look as if you're becoming more and more calmer.
I am, but it's because now my brain's ticking. People just keep saying things to me, and it's linking to things that I've been writing about. It's things that now I want to look into further. Like there, what you were saying there, Olivia, about that you have sclerosis and how people were sort of linking it to certain words. And this was like the label writing I was doing the other day, David, and it's just everything. This is like my first proper sort of online session, apart from our one-to-ones, which has been great. But this has just been incredibly helpful. It's letting me see it from different angles as well. So my brain's just ticking over, and I'm thinking of all the things I'm going to go onto Google about and read on as soon as I put the phone down or the camera down onto you. It's fascinating. It's amazing. So thank you everybody for being so open and honest. It's incredible.
Excellent. So, Ruth, the training goes, the coaching conversation, the continuums, the systems, the 4Q leadership model, building the container. Now, Andrew and Bally, you must be around, how many classes have you done? Around 14?
13. This is for me.
How much?
I think 13 for me, I think.
13. Okay. So the first 4 classes are how to have the coaching conversation, checking, contract, build a container, agenda, open questions, listening, and then you listen for needs, values, purpose, action, and accountability. Yep. That's the whole conversation. Then you move to the continuums, which will be the next 4 weeks: use, misuse, abuse, dependence, harm reduction, addiction, harm reduction, abstinence, high well-being, premature death, codependence, interdependence, and then independence. Yep. Then you've got the system, how everything connects together. One person has a problem, so there's the person that's using the substance, yep, or in a culture of adversity, the family members, the work environment, and how the coach sits in the center of crisis, chaos, and conflict. Yep. Then we move to the 4Q model, yep, where you're using coaching for technical skills, emotion, IQ, EQ, SQ, and PQ. IQ is technical skill sets. EQ is emotional intelligence. SQ is spiritual intelligence. Don't be a dickhead. Yeah. Fucking now you've got a bit of knowledge. Don't fucking go and borrow money from your clients, shag them, do like fucking you're in a position of power. Don't use it. And then PQ is political intelligence, building relationships, using coaching to build relationships with statutory services, the police, council, all that sort of stuff to help break the stigma. And then the last 4 weeks is building the container. Yeah. So Andrew and Bally are around here, 13 weeks. Yep. So Andrew, you should start to understand the system now. Yep. How to have a coaching conversation and to use the skill set to help improve your organization, your role, the people that you serve, understanding where the funding and all that sort of stuff is. Yep. And we learn the training. It just fucking rains. Yeah. All we come into the class and it rains and it falls on the ground, and hopefully the garden starts to grow around those 5 themes. Does that make sense to everyone? Yeah. Okay. And this classroom is about the process. Yeah, it's not the theory, it's not the practice. You guys are doing the theory and the practice in your organizations. Yep, in your home environment, wherever you are. Yeah. So I think today has gone very, very well. We were able to bring in an organization, Sankalpa, which had a whole lot of new students, get them grounded and orientated. Then you guys joined us and the container went a bit fucking chaotic for a bit. Yep. They were then able to go off and process what the fuck's just happened. And we were able to sit here and just to kind of disseminate and just kind of keep moving forward. Does that make sense? Yeah. Okay. So Ruth, I'm going to suggest that you come to this, yep, for the next 20 weeks or something, just to ground yourself and to see how the tools of recovery coaching can help with the neurodivergent community. Because you're linking, oh fuck, it's like I'm like the gamblers over there, or like I'm fucking like the alcoholics over there, or yep. But if you hold that neurodivergent lived experience space, I really want to welcome you. Yeah. Who's got the background going on? Bailey, do you want to mute quickly? Oh, there you go. Okay. Cool. All right, so we got 19 minutes left. Let's go for 10 minutes and then we can start the checkout on what we're learning and start to wind things down. Oh, I'm so fucking manic. I'm so excited. I should use my glasses more often.
David, when I spoke to Pablo the other day, he was saying that
Pablo Escobar.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, his name's Paolo, but it's fine. I'm sure he's done
What's
enough
his name?
coke to
What's his
Paolo,
name?
but he's done enough coke to be called Pablo.
I said Pablo. Anyways, I was with him the other day. Well, I wasn't with him. I was on line with him the other day, and he was saying there is a day that you do coaching. People do coaching, and they do like one-to-one coaching, and then you can watch other people coaching. Do you know anything about that?
Do they?
Well, that's what he said to me.
Oh, okay, great. Yeah, no, that must happen.
Because I said, like, I was going to ask you to kind of do something like put us in a room, like 2-on-2 or 3 in a group, so we could coach each other.
So I want you guys to start using the school platform. I want you to start using We Do Charlie. Yep. And that's going to become like a virtual treatment center, for want of a better word, driven by people like us. Yeah. And led by Charlie. Yeah. So go to wedocharlie.com, and then we've got the London Recovery Coaching Campus as well, which is for us lot. So people can start communicating that way. And then we have a community of practice there. So I think you're all on that. Yep. Ruth, you're on that, yes. Olivia, you're on that. Yeah. Okay, so Andrew and Bally, feel free to join it. But you two are both working in organizations already where you've got all this stuff already. You've got your own community networks and that already. So, but it'll be great to have you on those platforms as well. Did I answer the question, Olivia?
No.
Oh, okay. Fuck.
Do you know what day that runs on or anything like that?
No, I don't. But it'll come up on the We Do Charlie website, I'm sure. Speak to Paolo,
Yeah.
yeah, and make it happen.
Okay. I'll speak to him tonight.
Great.
Okay. You took my number down to add me to a group as well, but he wasn't the admin, and he said he'll get the admin to add me, but that
Okay.
happened
So
yet.
what they're doing is they're doing the Recovery Wellness Program or the Wellness Resilience Program.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is essentially a treatment program. Yeah, that's which isn't what we're doing here.
Yeah.
So get involved in that, learn about that, and if you want to facilitate that's our version of SMART.
Yeah,
For
I
one,
have seen a few things come
yeah,
up.
but it's better.
Yeah.
And I say that with academic pride, because there's a whole lot of other stuff there which goes way beyond the SMART program. It's in fact it ends with the Recovery Resilience Week, which is part of the I-System stuff, which is being reviewed by Oxford University Press and Guy Duplessis. So it really is it's not the David Collins show. Yeah, it's fucking very clever people with lots of letters after their names we've taken the wisdom from that.
Okay.
We'd love you to facilitate that.
Okay.
Yeah. If that's something you wanted to do.
Yeah, I can do that. So it's just, yeah, I'll be fine.
Yeah. So yeah. Right.
Good.
So is anyone pleased Arsenal won?
No.
I am.
Yeah, me too.
I'm not an Arsenal fan, but I'm a football fan, and I just felt that if they hadn't won, I was worried about the kind of impact that it was going to make to some of the players from a mental point of view, and it would have affected their future career performances, World Cup, blah blah blah. So yeah, so I was pleased that they won.
Okay. So I'm an Arsenal fan because Jane. You remember Jane, Olivia? That was on which was on the training. The
blonde hair?
Yeah.
Yeah, with glasses.
No, she doesn't have glasses. But she was Tony Adams's wife.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And I had to escort her to treatment in 2003, I think.
Right.
And because it was all in the press and it was all over the place. Like she had I mean, they both struggled. They're both in recovery. Yeah. And yeah, so I had to take her back to our treatment center. So that's our claim to fame. And I'm not breaking anonymity because, well, two things. She said she's very glad to help us in any way she can, but it was all over the Sun and the newspaper, and so that's why I support Arsenal.
Good stuff. Yeah. Very good. Very pleased for them. I worry that I don't know how you're going to do in the Champions League final next week against PSG, just because PSG is just unreal as a football team.
Not as good as Villa last night, though, buddy.
Sorry?
Not as good as Villa last night, though.
Yeah, it was a relatively comfortable win, but it's weird because we ended up going to a pub to watch it, and because one of my son's friends was there, and actually when we got to the pub, my daughter had gone out with her mates, and there was a crowd at the top, which was based. My nephew was there, and he'd had a few to drink, you could tell, so he was very much running the chants, and there was a great atmosphere. They were all at the top. They're all sixth formers at college, and there was a big group of them, and they were really creating this amazing atmosphere. But it was, what I'm trying to say is there was nobody. They were all over there doing their thing. I was stood with a few random people. I didn't know anyone, and because I didn't have a connection with anyone, the wind didn't seem as, there was loads of friends around, everyone knew each other, and they were all hugging, and I was kind of just stood there in this really, really busy pub. I don't drink anymore, and I was just like, what the fuck is going on? And actually, when my son, it got a bit much for me at halftime. I had to go and sit in the car because I was like, it's fucking just overload, and it's just too noisy, and everyone's drinking. And then even it's about, it was 65 minutes had gone, and my son was like, oh, Dad, me and Chase are going to go over there where Ruben is to be a bit of the atmosphere. And inside, I was like, yeah, go, that's it. And I was like, thank fuck. And I instantly went into the car and I listened to it on the radio. And I was just happy, sat in my own space, listening to it in the car instead. And when there was about 5-6 minutes to go, I was like, well, I'll go back into the pub because it'll be good when the final whistle goes. But what I'm trying to say is because there was no real connection with me, with anyone, the win didn't see. I didn't get as much joy out of the win, if I'm making sense. So it was a bit of a bittersweet moment, and then that my mind ended up kind of wandering a little bit, and the fact that I don't have any, because all my family were Villa fans, they were probably out there in Istanbul. My friends were probably out there as well, and I could see other people texting their pals, people who are out there, and oh yeah, great. And I don't know, so it felt good because Villa are my team and they won, but there was also that it was a bit of a weird feeling as well.
Bro, you sound like me. I'm like, fucking just leave me alone. I just want to sit in the car and fucking.
And this has only been recent. This is the really weird thing. Like,
yeah.
Even today, it's the parade, and then my daughter was like, when I was dropping her off to school, she was like, "Dad, are we going to go to the parade?" And I was like, "Fuck's sake!" I said, "It's like 20 to 9. I haven't eaten. I'm hungry. You're talking about me going into an environment where there's going to be fucking thousands of people. I have to I was like, just text me later. Please don't ask me now. It's just too much for me to go." But I never used to be like this, Dad. Like, I never, ever used to have any. I used to go to raves where there was thousands of people, and it's really bizarre that and I've noticed it more in the last couple of months, really, that I really struggle now to be around people.
Getting old, Valley.
I must be, but even at the weekend, like we were doing all the activities and everything was great, but literally every time there was a break from any activities or the sessions, rather than staying downstairs in the mess hall where everyone was, like, I was just instantly going to my room. I was like, I just need to be by myself for an hour. I need to just have a bit of me time, and then I would be like, right, come on, we got to meet again, guys. But literally, I was just spending my whole time in the room. Yeah, it must
I so know that movie. I so relate. Right, well, let's start the checkout. Who wants to start the checkout? We got like 6 minutes.
I'll go. I'm checking out. It's good. I feel a bit more energized. My wife bought me a sandwich up. That's why I went off camera, which has helped a lot. So I feel like I've got a bit more energy. But yeah, overall, feeling good. And I'll check in Andrew.
Cheers, Valley. Yeah, checking out. It's grateful. I've missed the last couple of weeks, so it's good to be back, and I'm looking forward to my long weekend. And I will tag Ruth.
So I was on mute again there. Yeah, I'm good. I'm positive. I'm grateful for being here. Brain's just ticking over massively, trying to take everything in. I take a while to process everything, but I'm happy to be here, so thank you. Olivia.
Yeah, I'm checking in good. I'm going to head over to my sponsee now and do a little bit of the bookwear and get back here for 2 o'clock. So all good. I'm awake now, so so it's all good. David.
Yeah, but I check out with a lot of gratitude. Take care, everyone.
Okay.
Lots of
See you
love.
shortly.
Thank you all.
Yeah.
You're all
Bye.
happy with the recording, yeah?
Yeah.